We are here for High School Musical, the series. Stay tuned.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey! Are you guys so excited to be here? Because I am freaking excited.
Oh, we're pumped to be
We're
here.
super excited.
It's finally time. It's finally time. We've been hearing about this for so long. It's finally time.
What time is it?
Let's go.
It's Wildcat season.
Yes. Alrighty. Let's get started. First, let's tell the people who you are. First things first, we have the Troy Bolton of our show, Mr. Jeff Williams.
What's up? Thanks. I'm just so happy to be here. Like you said, I'm the Troy Bolton because I'm an athlete. I played basketball. I played sports in school. But I love musicals. And I was in Greece in high school as well, so, you know.
So you're supposed to be on this cast. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. I mean, I'm not going to say that, but, like, I should be on this cast.
But you're saying it. That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
You're located.
You already know.
And we have the biggest High School Musical fan here, Chae Jones. Tell the people what you did in high school, right?
No. Okay. Well, I wish my high school actually had a drama apartment because I went to a predominantly black high school in the project, so we really didn't have the funds for it, so we didn't really do this. So when I saw High School Musical, I wish life could be like this. Yeah. Also, at the D23 Expo this year, I got to do the High School Musical trivia contest. Oh. And I won. Even though we're all winners, I had the most points. I would like to say that. I will show you guys pictures next show.
That was like the most Sharpay answer. I mean, we're all winners, but like I won. You already know this. Come on.
I mean, it's true. We all won something.
It's facts,
but I
though.
still had the most points.
I feel you.
But you won ultimately.
Ultimately,
you
won.
Yeah, pretty
I feel
much.
that.
And I am Leslie Cologne. I am the ultimate fan of High School Musical as well. I've cried like with the last movie. It was graduation time.
Oh
it was like
gosh.
almost my time for graduation too. I was like, I'm feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
But what were your overall thoughts on this premiere episode, this premiere night? I want to know, Jeff, what were you thinking?
It was a lot, and I enjoyed it. I loved every second of it.
Mm-hmm.
There was so much like nostalgia with it.
Yeah.
There were so many like they played the same songs, or they sang the same songs, but like they put their own twist to it, so it was really cool. I love the style how they like doing their like mini interviews. It's like kind of like The Office and stuff. It was a twist to the original, and I loved it.
Good. And then Chae, what did you think of this?
I enjoyed it. I love the fact that a generation after us gets to enjoy High School Musical in a different way they can even relate to.
Right.
Than we did with the original. And I can definitely see both parts of the original and the fact that if you don't know this, they recorded the songs live when they were doing the scenes. Oh, so this isn't pre-recording songs at all. It's almost in a way like Broadway, which I loved it. I love that feeling of it as well. So that's what I appreciated about it.
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely a twist to it. Obviously, we see more of like a nowadays type of show with like Instagram, millennials, like reference and stuff like that. So I thought it was really cool. I hope, this is one of the things I'm hoping for, is like for the old characters to kind of pop in here and there, maybe just for a little bit.
That
maybe
would be
like,
wild.
A guest for the drama class and be like, here's an original
person,
actor who was in the movie, so we'll see. But let's break down these characters. First things first, I want to know overall who was your favorite character. Jeff or Chae, go ahead and take it away.
I love a lot. I love Nene and Courtney. Because Courtney is like me with facial expressions, and Nene is me inside. Yeah. So that's why they're my favorite.
Okay, cool.
I want to go with Big Red. I like it. I mean, like he didn't have a big role in this, like, but he was the comedy relief a little bit, and kind of just like in Ricky's ear, like, dog, what are you doing? Like, you don't like this. What do you mean? No, I just love his character, and I can't wait to see where it goes and see if he interacts with like Courtney, because they're like the two best friends and everything. Right. So I'm excited for his role.
And for me personally, I think it was Carlos. He added a little bit of spice and a little bit of like sassiness, and he challenged everyone in the audition, so I thought it was really cool to see kind of like that little assistant that we've seen in the original, but to a whole other level. Definitely more sassiness. But I want to know, when you guys saw like the cast reveal, did you guys feel like they do connect with the original characters?
Yes.
Yes?
Definitely. I think it's interesting because Gina is definitely a Sharpay if I've ever met a person who's supposed to be Sharpay.
Yeah.
However, I love the idea of a guy playing Sharpay, especially in the world we live in. I thought that was a very amazing choice for the creators and writers to put that in the show and make that like be a thing. That is amazing and so forward. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, just reiterating what you said, I think it's amazing to see, and I want more of it. Yeah. Just like how with Carlos kind of being the choreographer and kind of being the lead in that show. Not really the lead of the show, but like the teacher and playing a big role in that. I love that, and he's like a strong character, and we've only seen him for what, like 20 minutes or 43 minutes. So it's really cool.
The favorite part of Carlos is seriously he's in the gym, and the teacher comes in like, where are you supposed to be? He's like, Broadway. For me, I agree. He's my favorite character only because of that scene alone. Like when you just snap and you with your comeback and your wit, I have so much respect for you.
Yeah, I think it was definitely like he stood out. He seems like he's one of those like students or like shining stars that, you know, like, oh, he's gonna make it. And that's why I think there was so much reference when it comes to Miss Jenn saying that and like choosing him. So I thought it was a good choice in the way that like wrote his character and the way he played it. I think he's perfect for that. But what did you guys think about Miss Jenn and her kind of playing this role as the new drama teacher? Because we've seen in the original, obviously, like the drama teacher was over the top and a little bit more old school, I guess you can say, but this is a new kind of refreshing type teacher and trying to be cool and stuff like that. Did you guys enjoy that, or did you not?
It gave me Miss Darby vibes, but also because we do live in a millennial world, I definitely also see the what's the right word? I can see what she was trying to come across as. Yeah. Because she's not old. She's still, like, very young. Yeah. So, but you're also not young enough to be in high school, so where do you fall with these kids? How are you going to be the friend? Are you going to be the teacher? Can you do both even? Yeah. I mean, that's the question we're probably going to find out this season. But, I mean, I don't know how you're not a millennial. I really just want to state that real quick. I just had to get that out. Jeff.
Look. First off, don't be rude to my girl because I love her. I loved her in this episode. We get to see her quirkiness. We get to see her. I mean, like you said, she's not old. She's young-ish. Like, she's young-ish. And then like she's like a millennial and everything. And I love that she's playing around with that and that the students are gonna make fun of that. But she's also over the top, loving the High School Musical just as much as the kids, if not more. Yeah. And I still want to know if she was actually in the movie, in the movies, because I'm gonna look that up after this. Right. If you're watching in the comments, please let me know because I want to know if she was in the movie. But no, I love her character. I'm excited for her dynamic between her and the principal because it seems like there's gonna be a lot of clashing there. And then she's
I mean the teacher.
I thought he was a principal.
No, he's a science teacher.
I was going to mention that, yeah.
So he's a science teacher?
Yeah, it's Mr. Mazar. I think it was interesting to see instead of like the basketball coach be kind of like that. Yeah. Yeah. Like block, I guess you can say, between like the drama department. So now we see a STEM teacher be, you know, the one interfering with this. What did you think of like that little twist and that character specifically?
Oh, that was an interesting twist. But I think because drama and science are the two fields sometimes where they don't get the most funds that they need. So the fact that you actually do have them now in a way in competition against each other is smart. It's very smart and real because in real life, like funds are getting cut for these departments for like basically no reason. Yeah. So I thought that was nice.
You think it's like highlighting these departments and kind of showcasing like this is where we should be putting funds and like the attention to in schools? Okay, that's pretty cool. That's a different perspective. I definitely did not think about that, but
I just thought it was a different perspective. Like I didn't know, or a different like rendition. I didn't think too hard about it, but like if that is what they did, that is great because it opens up the world. I mean, it kind of like shows the people what their actual world is like. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like we could say a Sharpay could be a dude, and like we could instead of a basketball, he was Troy was the co-captain of the swim team or the something else. It wasn't basketball. And like I just love the different changes, and I love that. And I think hopefully if they keep it up, be more realistic and real and show some realness in it, like you were saying.
Right. Okay, so let's get into more of, like, what happened in the episode. I want to know who you guys are going to put together. Do you want Ricky and Nene, or do you want EJ and Nene? Or what do you feel about those little two couples? I want to know whose team you're on.
Ricky?
I'm
sorry. EJ, you're very pretty to look at.
Yes.
Matt, you're a very amazing man. But I'm sorry, sir. I cannot choose your character today. I am Team Ricky.
I agree.
Mm-mm.
No?
Oh, wait, what?
Team EJ.
No.
EJ all day.
No,
Why?
he is a
You wanna know why?
placeholder.
You wanna know why?
Why?
Because he builds her up. What did Ricky do? Not one thing. He didn't even say I love you. But what did no. Let me finish. What did EJ do? What did EJ do? He built her up constantly. Every time that she was getting nervous, he knew how to build her up, make her feel like she's the person in the room singing like she was at the end of the episode. He is that rock for her. He might be the jock. He might say some stupid stuff, but he's a rock. He's actually supporting her. So I'm surprised that you guys are not on EJ's side.
Go.
Okay, I am like a hopeless romantic. You know, I love the original. I say with Gabriella and Troy, and I feel like this is a new twist to this. But
Yes.
you have to consider, and these are another thing that I really like is the fact that they put like this whole family dynamic thing. And he said it. I can't say I love you because my parents don't even say I love you. So you have to give him that. That was his reason. He doesn't know how to express his emotions, and a lot of guys don't know how to do that.
Yes, and I totally agree with that because, like, now that I've learned about his home life, to see, like, if your parents have never said "I love you" and they don't even want to seem to be in the same house with each other the most time, and even though you're in a great relationship with a great girl, you legit feel like you're probably gonna blow it because if you say "I love you," like my parents probably said they loved you to each other too, and look what happened to them. I think he feels saying "I love you" is the doom of his relationship.
When he didn't say I love you, he didn't know anything bad about his parents yet. If you remember when he got the phone,
he knew.
Listen. When he got the phone text message, he's like, "My mom is out of town. I haven't seen her in a while." That's all he knew. When he found out about his mom being in Chicago and kind of there being a rift, that was present tense. So he has no excuse not to say I love you. It's because he was being a guy in high school and he didn't want to say that and he was scared. That's what it is. What it is.
You know what? In order to break this little argument that we have here, or disagreement, I want to bring another male perspective into this. Josh in the booth, please tell me, was it hard for you to say I love you to a girl in high school? Or what is your perspective on this whole big I love you word?
We do have somebody in the chat. Also, sorry, Josh. I didn't know you were going to go in there.
I was never really in love with high school. I was kind of just like the
Oh,
outcast
wow.
kid. I was the kid that was pretty much anti like everything going on, like as far as just like the High School Musical scene. I was like the punk rocker. I was a heavy metal kid.
Aw.
So I was kind of anti everything. So I was just kind of every time there would be like a pep rally or anything, I'd be like, yeah, no thanks. So I can't
Aw.
really relate. I'm sorry.
Oh, so
Well, let's go to
we'll be
the
your pep
person in the
rally.
chat.
We'll be your pep rally, Josh. We got you. So in the chat, Obsessed Fangirl 1D13 says, I like EJ more, but ship Ricky and Nene.
Agree.
So
I mean, you can hope a lot of things, but what's better for you? What's better for you might not be what you want.
I think
But actually for her, she wants him.
She
Right now.
Okay. She wants. This is the thing is she want EJ. EJ is who she is with now. Yes. Let's see how this relationship goes.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm thinking about in game, she gonna get back together with Ricky.
I agree.
I mean, I'm just telling you which one's better, and it's EJ.
I mean, we'll find out obviously, but also
Question.
Ricky.
I'm
sorry. You just said that EJ supports her, right?
Right.
When she was in complete darkness before she did her song, who was the first person to jump up with the light?
Exactly.
And it wasn't
Time out.
EJ.
I have a question then. So, who was the first person to tell her that she can do it by herself?
Okay.
Who was the first person to tell her, "Oh, when you're nervous, you get into this voice, but don't be nervous because you did this, you did that," and it got her encouragement? What is that? Nothing?
You can't blame Ricky. He was running late.
No.
So
but-
whose fault is that?
Hold on.
EJ
The
wasn't
teachers
running-
and the DVD of High School Musical.
We have to remember that we have not seen a lot of Ricky and Nene's relationship yet. The only thing that we have seen is that little scene where she sang the song and he asked for a break. So it was kind of like he was caught off guard. So we don't really know much of that relationship yet. So you can't go off of that and judge their relationship when we haven't seen their happy moments. We don't know much about what happened.
We didn't know how long they were together before she even...
Almost a year, because that's when the video happened.
Team EJ all day.
Okay. It was...
Period.
Can we talk about the fact that his audition song was like this his way? I think him getting to the musical might have been for her, but this also might be good for him to actually get the emotions he needs to say out.
I mean, I agree with you, but like that still doesn't go against my point at all.
See, but
he can grow. He can grow and be the great person that you guys want him to be. But right now, EJ
he is a great person.
He is a great person.
That's fine, but he's not a great boyfriend. He's not a great boyfriend.
Yes.
He wasn't a great boyfriend.
I think this is a learning
you're hoping
experience.
for the future.
This is a learning experience for Ricky. Like you thought, your pause you thought was just you were just gonna come back together, and Nene proved to like you didn't know her well enough to come back with her own new boo, her own Troy in and of itself. But sometimes I feel like something is a little off with EJ. Like you're a little too
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
Right. You can't put your finger on it. Right.
It's too good to be true.
But yeah, it's a little too good to be true. I feel like I have to see more of what the 10 episodes are gonna hold. But you're a little too good for me because you only known her for a month.
I agree.
So either. Yeah, I'm not convinced right now for that.
And then you also have to know it. You know, you were talking about Ricky, and you have to remember about this line. You don't know what you have until it's gone.
Yes.
So it left, and now he's knowing what he had, and now he's trying to get that back.
And
so
like
you can't blame him.
Look, if y'all want to go back to the Buster, like I ain't going back to no Buster. If you got a good one, stay with him. Period.
Okay, so basically you don't think he deserves a second chance?
Not right now.
Well, she doesn't have to get back with him right now.
But that was our argument. Right now, who do we ship? That's my ship.
Okay.
We can agree to disagree.
Yes, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, we can.
Because it's seriously like, I wish I was on this side of the table right now.
Exactly. This is too much. But what do you think about Nene and her song? I feel like in that moment we saw her kind of break out of her shell and really sing that moment. I thought it was really beautiful. But we also have to remember, like what the grandma was saying, do we feel like Nene has a little bit of an insecurity issue in a way? Or is she just shy?
I think maybe a little bit of both. Like, you can be both.
Agree.
And it depends because her mom wants her to be one way, and but she's also her own person, and she's another way. Yeah. And those two ways aren't coinciding. Like, she knows who she is, but her mom's also, I think, making her doubt who she is.
Yeah.
So when you have those doubts in your head, like, you think about them all the time.
Right.
And that's why most people get into drama in the first place, because they want to escape. They want to be somebody else for a couple hours.
Yeah. Jeff, I want to know, do you feel like Nene's going to grow into a more, like, strong woman and be a little bit more, how do I explain it? More open, I guess you can say, in this whole play?
Definitely.
Or musical.
Definitely. I think this is going to break her out of her shell. I think she's going to have to. I think the competition with Gina, I believe her name is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The competition with Gina is going to push her to be better in every aspect. Her dealing with her boyfriend, him motivating her is going to push her to be better. But
Wow.
and then honestly, just
So who's she going to be kissing?
Agree.
But she don't kiss
wait,
both,
on
so-
screen, I was like, she's gonna be kissing both of them. But no, I honestly think that this play is gonna make her her confidence grow, and not only that, but her friend Courtney is gonna build her confidence because she's a real one. I love Courtney.
I love how there's, like, two best friends on each side. We have Red on Ricky's side, and then we have Courtney on Nene's side. So I think it's going to be really cool to see, like, those best friends come into play and really motivate one another. But I want to know also, what did you think of Gina and her, like, kind of bad girl character, thinking she's all that and more?
Well, I feel like Gina has a lot to prove. That also could be, she's new. So I feel like she feels she has a lot to prove from when she left behind her old school, and now she wants to come to a new school and bring it and rule it. And that's not happening the way she thought it was going to happen. So, I mean, it's going to be, I was just going to say, Nene, watch your back, because she coming for your job today, okay?
Look,
It's not gonna be pretty.
I may be biased, but I love this character, but I also love the actress who plays the character.
Yes. Yeah.
So when I heard that Sophia Wiley was going to be in this, I was excited for that because I've seen her in Andy Mack, and she plays a totally different role. She's definitely strong as an individual, but she's nice. She's nice to everybody. Like, that's what she's known for. In this, she's more of the Sharpay of the show and everything, where she's like the standoffish, don't talk to me, kind of brooding, or not brooding, but rude and everything. Right. And I'm interested to see where she goes from this, but I love how she kind of got humbled in the first episode by being the understudy. But you also see that there's more layers to her, because when she was in her individual interview, she said something about how her mom always wants her to be number one, and she's like, that's hard to live up to. So I wrote down, like, there's more layers to her, and that we're just not seeing. So I can't wait to see those layers.
I think what I like about this whole show is the fact that there's more layers to every single character. There's more layers to every story. And I feel like people can really relate to issues such as now. For example, we're going to have a guy play a girl, and that's something new that we didn't see before in the old High School Musical and that we can see now. So I feel like there's a lot of growth in this new show, and we can see a lot more, maybe you can say, issues in our society that we as millennials, you can say, are dealing with now or are being more a part of. So I think it's going to be really cool to see how each character grows and what we can expect from each one of them. But also, I want to know, what was the big difference that you guys noticed between the old High School Musical and then this new series?
The cussing bleeps. Yeah. I mean, that's a big part. I mean, granted, this is still technically Disney, but obviously it is a more adult version than the one we grew up with. Mm-hmm. And it's more drama-filled, I would say, in a more realistic way than it was almost 15 years ago. Yeah. So, I mean, that's where I stand on it. How about you, Jeff?
Yeah, I mean, just going along with you. I love the realism of this show, and I love how Disney's kind of transitioning to more realistic stuff, because you don't see, or back in the day when we were watching the original High School Musical, there wasn't two moms. There wasn't a lady playing or a man playing Sharpay. There wasn't so many other things that were happening in this series that weren't happening in the original movies that I love. So I want them to continue that, and I've been seeing this like swing in Disney as a whole, and I just want that to continue because I love it.
Right, I agree. I feel like in the first original movies, we see more of like an innocence, kind of like a fairy tale type of movie, but now we see more of a realistic, something that we can really relate to now. I feel like when I was watching High School Musical, it was more like, oh, I want a relationship like that. Is that really how high school is? It's all butterflies and rainbows and, little drama like that, but I don't feel like it was really realistic to what we see now. But do you feel like kids who are watching it now, do you think they will be able to relate to what we are seeing
in the series?
Yes,
definitely, because I also think we also need to explain something we all need to learn, and if you haven't learned it yet, everybody has a story. Yeah. Not everybody's story is what you see as face value. People put on a mask every day, especially when they go to high school. So you have to pull back layers. People are more than one-dimensional characters. And this show, definitely, these characters are more than one-dimensional characters. They're three-dimensional. You can see it. Yeah. So I also think this is also something kids can also just see and learn from the jump. Agreed. Like, never judge anybody. Yeah. Because they're different. Difference doesn't make any difference in the world. Yeah. Embrace it. If you're different, celebrate it.
Agree. Yes, that's beautiful.
I think like you said, I think kids are gonna learn from this, but I think they're gonna grow from this and be more confident from this. Just like if there's a kid that sees Carlos that thinks they're different, or like thinks they're more for a guy more flamboyant. Yeah. They're like, oh wait, I can't be like that. Right. And then you see that on TV, like, know what? I can be like that and be confident in the way that I am, and not be unapologetic about it. So that's what I love about that, and I love about his character in particular, because that would you don't see that type of character that confident on TV.
I agree. And I think also this is definitely like a platform to go ahead and acknowledge everything. But I want to know, Jeff, what is something from the old movies that you want to see in this new series?
Other than the characters?
Yeah.
Okay.
We really just want the characters.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just excited for the dance, for like the choreography for the dances and stuff, and I want to see. Even though you said from the old movies, I said I want to see new songs. Okay. But like just I'm ready for the love triangle. I knew there was a lot of like drama and stuff in the old movies, and I want to see more of that in this one. I mean, they kind of teased it obviously with just the brooding looks and everything, and the ex-boyfriend playing Troy. But I'm just excited for that.
What about you, Chae?
I'm excited to see how they revamp the High School musical songs that we grew up with, and just see what it becomes. Because we see their different editions of Start Something New. I want to see, we're all in this together. I want to see that as one big, giant...
production?
Just production. I just want to see it all up. Because, like, that end of the movie of High School Musical is seriously everything.
Right.
Like, you feel good and happy, and you're ready to dance and get up and just celebrate. And I really want to see how this generation, now that in this cast, and how the choreographers who did it are going to put it together.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. One of the things that I want to see is a little bit of a change in costume. We've seen, like, Sharpay be so extravagant in her costume, so I want to see a little bit more of extravagant but like relevant to what the fashion that we see now, maybe. So maybe new trends that we are into right now. So Yeezys, maybe? I don't know, something interesting.
Oh, no, please don't do that.
Something,
No,
I don't know.
I feel that, but no Yeezys.
I don't know, something.
I mean, I'm down with the cause, but just not
something
that.
like different, something that
Yeah.
we can relate to in regards to costumes. Yeah, so we'll see.
Definitely.
We'll see what happens. I feel like this episode was pretty brief in regards to what we're gonna see. It was kind of like a little bit of a tease. I don't feel like we got a lot yet, but I think we're in for a good ride. What do you guys think about that?
Definitely. It's gonna be something.
Right.
I feel like I don't think none of us are gonna be prepared for what 10 episodes look like when we get to the end of this.
Yeah,
I feel like we
know.
might be looking at something even completely different than what we started with.
Exactly. I agree. What about you?
I'm just excited for it all because like even just the 43 or whatever minutes we got in this episode, they were kind of just showing us what's going to happen for the rest of the series.
Yeah.
There was so much drama in this. In this episode alone, whether it was Gina or Nene, like all of them, their little brooding thing, or EJ and Ricky, their little tiff. There's like everything was there was drama in it. And then I can't think of her name, but the lady that kind of had the headphones on at the end talking about with the clipboard, she loved all the drama.
She's a stage manager. Yeah, I love her.
But like she was here for all the drama, and I am too.
We're gonna find out. I feel like I'm gonna have to look that up. Obsessed fangirl in the chat wants us to answer questions. So she says, "What was everyone's favorite song from each movie? There are 3 of them, and the series as a whole. My all-time favorite is I Can't Have This. Can I Have This Dance? Which oh my God, Lord. Yes, I love Can I Have This Dance. But
for me, I think it definitely has to be like the original. Like, this is the start of something new. It just that opening, like, this is the start of something. There's something beautiful.
Yep. For mine is I just had it. It's the basketball one. Got to get your hand in the game. I mean, it's
That's
simple.
a classic.
For me, I love basketball. I was raised playing it. I love musicals, and it's just a middle ground, and it was great. And if I could do it, I'd be right there with them, dribbling the basketball, getting our hand in the game. Exactly.
If I had to choose one, it's actually High School Musical, the end from High School Musical 3.
The graduation one?
The graduation one, it was everything I wanted for an ending, and then the curtain falling and just ending on my 6, and the tears in their eyes. Like, you felt that emotion. You felt that they knew that they did something amazing in 3 films, and they were so happy with what they accomplished. And I felt accomplished by watching it after 3 movies. So that's what I loved about it.
I totally agree with that. Josh, I know you're a big High School Musical fan, so I want to know what your favorite song is.
It's got to be Bot to the Top. I mean, that's a total slapper
Mucho
right
gusto.
there. Got a little bit of that Latin heat right there.
There
It's
we
like
go.
right there.
Yes, I agree. I hope we see a little bit more of that with Carlos. I love that we have a little bit of spice in that.
I would love to see the choreography he puts together, as a scene for this show.
Do we feel like maybe he's gonna be part of the play or the musical eventually?
I feel like he might have to fill in as Sharpay. I think that would be dope.
I hope that happens because I was going to say I hope he's in the play as well. I love the choreographer role because he's kind of like leading the musical without leading it. Right. But I want to see him in the musical as well.
Is there any other questions that she has for us?
Just that maybe it was External Shockwave that agreed with Josh about being a social outcast. And then Josh just replied, "Outcast unite! LOL."
Oh my goodness. Well, to all of those watching and in the chat, thank you so much for joining us. We don't have a set date yet because obviously this is the premiere of Disney Plus, but we will keep you posted on that. But thank you so much. Tune in with us. You can catch us on iTunes, on YouTube. Leave your comments and let us know what you think about this whole new series because it's definitely a fresh start, I believe. Now let's go ahead. Do you want to introduce our special segment?
Yes, I do. Hey guys, so our special segment is called the Wildcat Corner. Get pumped. So how the Wildcat Corner works is we're going to give you our favorite character or quote that we loved in the episode. And sometimes we might even have the same person because I feel like the writing of the show is going to just require it to be. So I'm going to start with Miss Lesbian.
All right, for me, it definitely has. I have to give it to Carlos. He is.
Nothing happens.
He is one of my favorites. I think his sass, and then definitely that like little scene where we saw him tell Mr. Mazar like, "Oh, I'm supposed to be on Broadway." I'm living for him. I know in this whole season, he's definitely gonna be a shining star in this cast.
Definitely.
What do
Jeff.
So we're going with me. Mine is Courtney. She spunky. She was hot, spicy. Like I just loved her energy throughout this. And fun fact, I love how she spells her name. Because she spells it with a K specifically. And I'm giving a shout out to my sister. She spelled Courtney with a K, and I love that. And I love her energy, and I just want to see more of it.
Okay, what about you, Chae?
I said so. Okay, so there's so many characters, and I'm gonna change it up though from what I was gonna originally say. I'm gonna say Big Red this episode because he is a friend that we all need in our lives.
Yes.
Like, sorry, sometimes like maybe it's not the best idea. I don't think hate means what you think it means. You know, just being that Jiminy Cricket on our shoulder when we really need that conscience in our lives.
Yeah.
He is a ride or die, and I appreciate him.
I agree. I think we're definitely in for a lot of MVPs. But those of you in the chat, let us know who your MVP of this episode is. Have they mentioned anything yet?
Not yet, I don't think.
All right, now let's go ahead and...
Someone did say earlier that they like EJ more than Ricky, but they ship with you guys. But they do like EJ more.
See,
I mean...
We will see what happens in this season. That's all I'm saying.
He was sliding right down that middle line. Pick a side. Pick a side. Preferably mine. Just saying.
There's it's 2 versus 1 right now. So
I know, like, you're still not winning this.
I mean, 2 people can be wrong. They can.
But we can also be right.
Agree. Or we can agree to disagree.
Because have you ever, did you ever know that you can be wrong and right at the same time?
No.
Yeah, it's a thing. You can
Is
be
this
wrong
a
and
study
right.
that I don't know about?
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
I'll have to show it to you later.
But you were just wrong, so it wasn't... You weren't both, so it's all good.
Whatever,
We will see what happens. Go ahead and let the people know about our news today.
Hey. Ooh. I feel like every time I hear it, I feel like, let me just go back and start typing. So for the news for this episode, we found out before the season even started that they got picked up for a second season. So we are getting Wildcats 2.0, season 2 of High School Musical, the series, the AfterBuzz After Show, part 2. You know we're coming back. So yeah, so I'm pumped for the news, and I'm pumped to do more episodes, man.
I agree.
So yeah, that is all the news we have for this episode, but I can't wait to hear what else is going down the line, and I know there's gonna be more news coming.
Well, I have to correct you with one thing. They're actually the East High Leopards.
Oh,
they are, yeah. So the actual East High school that they shot at is actually the East High Leopards, which is very sad.
Well, that's cute.
But for our purposes, we're still gonna call them the Wildcats. It doesn't matter because they're doing a production of it. It counts.
Agreed. But what do you think? Are you excited for the second season? I think it's crazy the fact that it hadn't even been released yet, and they're already like calling for another season.
I think that's a testament to the writing of it, the fact that they've probably already seen it.
Yeah.
And I really think they understand the nostalgia factor that High School Musical brings to an entire generation before and what it's going to bring to them now.
Right.
Because even they play High School Musical a lot, even the marathons, and people still tune in.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they want to see Troy and Gabriella, they want to see Taylor and Chad, and they want Ryan and I don't know why I'm blanking on
Sharpay?
Kelsey to get together.
Oh, yeah.
That should have happened. You waited till High School Musical 3. I'm so sorry. Why? That's seriously the question I got from the writers of High School Musical. Why did you wait so long for that? But that was just me.
Agree. Now let's go. We have so much to predict, but let's go ahead and go with our predictions.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Jeff, go ahead and go with your predictions for next episode or maybe the whole season.
Before I get into mine, I want to shout out External Shockwave 3. Shockwave 3
Or
says
just Shockwave, probably 3 for the E.
Yeah, but 3 for now. I don't know. Either way, that's your name. I'm shouting you out. And the person said, I bet Big Red and Ricky get into some sort of brotherly fight. Ooh. That would be dope. I think that would bring a different dynamic to that group, or to that duo. So I think that'd be really cool. For next episode, I want to say I think there's gonna be some kind of tiff between Ricky and EJ. I think it's gonna. It's I don't know if it's gonna be an actual physical fight, but there's gonna be some kind of confrontation. For a longer prediction, I want to see Big Red and Courtney have some kind of love interest.
Oh, okay.
That's
relationship.
Interesting.
It's go. Okay. Me. I don't know how. I gotta just see it. I think to like get it in my mind. For me, next episode, Gina's about to pull out a trick or two up her sleeve to get from being an understudy to actually get in the spot.
Yeah.
Definitely, and I definitely agree with you about the whole EJ Ricky confrontation. It has to happen,
of course,
because you need to understand who's the man in her life now. I mean, granted, I don't think you'll be there long, but for right now, you're there.
EJ all day.
We'll see.
Ricky rules. How about that?
Ricky rules. I love that. Hashtag Ricky rules. But I believe, my prediction is actually that Red is going to join the cast.
I can definitely see that.
I definitely see that.
I hope so. I was wondering when he ran up, I thought he was going to like audition for something, but so we'll see.
Sorry, everyone always watches my show. So, hey, he just said hi, so I just had to shout that out.
But yeah, that is pretty much all that we have for this episode. I feel like there's so much more to come, and we're going to be talking about a lot of drama, that's for sure.
We're on the AfterBuzz TV's Dramas Network, so it works for us.
I'm here for all of it.
We're on
I need all the drama.
Category. I agree. All right, now let's go ahead and tell the people where they can find you. Jeff, go ahead and start.
If you guys want to talk anything more for High School Musical, if you're Team EJ, let me know. You guys can follow me at Jeff Will Jr. on all your social media platforms.
You guys can find me at Real Chae Jones on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me as your new host for Disney News Weekly on the Popcorn Talk. Stumptowns on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Not doing that again. And I do Sorry for Your Loss. We have our season finale next Tuesday at 7.
Alrighty, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at LeslieCologne_, and I do all the wrestling in Spanish. We do Total Divas right after this. And if you're into reality in Spanish, again, I do the reverse as well. And we will see you next week. Bye, guys.
Peace out, Wildcats.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.